Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. So we've talked a lot about, right? Impeachment. Boy, we got to stop Trump any way we can. There's no way impeachment would be used as a distraction to, I don't know, maybe approve a war budget. Who put that there? 188 Democrats joined the GOP to hand Trump $738 billion military budget that includes Space Force. This came out Thursday. No one's talking about this. I just found out about this today. Today, it's Sunday. It's Orwellian for Congress to hand over billions of dollars worth of weapons and bombs to a president waging a horrific, unconstitutional war in Yemen and call that progressive. That's a quote from Rokfin. Rokfin voted in favor of extending the Patriot Act. 188 Democrats. I'm going to get into who some of them are. We're going to get into that in just a little second. But let's talk about this. What have I been saying? What have we all been saying? Impeachment is a distraction. It's a distraction from the fact that Trump and the Clintons and Republicans and Democrats have ties to Epstein and Prince Andrew and all this horrific pedophile sex trafficking shit, right? It's a distraction. We're not talking about the Green New Deal, are we? We're not talking about all of this war. They just increased it. Increased it. Just 48 members of the House, including 41 Democrats, voted against the 2020 National Defense Authorization Act, which increases the Pentagon budget by $22 billion. Ro Khanna, kind of progressive, sometimes goes center, sometimes goes left. He's progressive on many things, but then he can kind of trip and fall and whoops, I'm with the corporate Dems. I think he's afraid of losing their support ultimately, and he doesn't have the stones to fight them. That's my opinion on Ro Khanna. Don't know the man personally, but that's what I've seen him do. Bernie Sanders wrote, my friend Representative Ro Khanna is right. Orwellian for Congress to hand over billions of dollars worth of weapons and call that progressive. Why did he say that specifically? The defense budget is $120 billion more than when Obama left. $120 billion more. Oh, we could have Medicare for all. We could have student debt forgiveness. We could have all this stuff. Free college. I mean, I know student debt forgiveness would cost actually $1.5 trillion. So let me just separate that real quick. The $1.5 trillion, how are you going to pay for that, Graham? I don't know. Don't let Trump give a $1.5 trillion tax break to billionaires. There's your $1.5 trillion. But Bernie said Medicare for all is only $80 billion. One of the Democrats that voted in favor of this is what Ro Khanna is responding to. Democrat Adam Smith from Washington. If you live in Washington, let him know that you're not a fan of that if you're in his district. Who hailed the measure as the most progressive defense bill we have passed in decades. So he says it's Orwellian for Congress to hand over billions of dollars worth of weapons and bombs. This is what, see how they've hijacked the term progressive? Oh, bombing Yemen is progressive. You know, Yemen started by Obama, continued by Trump. Boy, there's such resistance. Thank you, Democrats. Oh, I said it. We all said it. I go, just getting the House of Congress, Dems got control of it. And this is what they do. The Democrats could go no on this war budget. Absolutely not. But people like Adam Schiff get war money. Jill Stein told us that. What do I always say? Follow the money. So let's go to the House bill. Here we go. This is the final results for the Democrats. 188. 41 noes. 5 no votes. 189 Republicans. You could have killed this. You could have killed this, Democrats. I want to show you who some of the no's are, because this is important. Who are these 41 people that voted against this? These are people we need to give credit to. Who were some of the big ones? Gabbard, Tulsi Gabbard voted no. And I'll put the link to this. It's the Congressional website. This is a matter of public record. I'm not making this crap up. Tulsi Gabbard voted no. Anti-war candidate, Tulsi Gabbard. Gee, why does she keep getting smeared? Because she won't vote for war. Uh-oh. Jayapal, Rokfin, right there. Ocasio-Cortez, Omar, Presley, Tlaib. These are the 41 of these nays are Democrats, 7 Republicans. Every member of Congress who voted to give the most corrupt, unhinged, and unstable president in history $738 billion to fight endless wars must never tell us we cannot afford Medicare for all or a Green New Deal. This is from one of Sanders Sr.'s advisors. So I want to say this to all of you watching. Anytime on social media, anytime in a conversation, when anyone says, be what they whatever, Republican, Democrat, we can't point this out. Especially the neoliberals who are like, just get anyone in there. Get Buttigieg, get Liz Warren, get Biden, get anyone in there. No, this is what they will do. They will continue war. We know Liz Warren will continue war. How do we know this? In October of 17, when she was in the Senate, she voted to give Trump an extra $80 billion for his war budget that he didn't even ask for. That's who they are. That's who the corporate Democrats are. They profit from war. Never. I want all of you repeat this anytime to anyone that says, how are we going to pay for it? You can never. You just $738 billion to fight endless wars. Never tell us that we can't afford Medicare for all or Green New Deal. $738 billion. A $22 billion increase. That's $120 billion more than Obama. And Obama's budget was offensive. And it keeps going up. That's what Rokfin says. The defense budget is $120 billion more than what Obama left us with. That could fund free public college for every American. It would fund access to high-speed, affordable internet for every American. Oh yeah, municipal broadband, like they have in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's $50 a month and it's like the fastest internet in the country. We could have that, right? But Rokfin continues, but it's worse. The bipartisan amendment to stop the war in Yemen, stripped by the White House. The bipartisan support amendment to stop the war in Iran, stripped by the White House. So that's what this is really about. It wasn't just more military spending, but it was this. We could have stopped the war in Yemen. Nope, that got taken out of the original bill. Stop the war in Iran, taken out by the White House. Was it the White House? According to the New York Times, Smith, chairman of the House Armed Services Committee, negotiated several positions of the NDAA directly with Jared Kushner. So a Democrat negotiated with an unelected family member. Jared Kushner is not an elected official. He is the son-in-law of Donald Trump. Do you see why the Democrats, when we talk impeachment, are like, hey, shut up, don't bring up Hunter Biden, because this is how business is done. Jared Kushner probably called his dad, how come I didn't get $50,000 a month? Ivanka's like, where's my 50 grand? Hunter gets it. That spoiled silver spoon. We're all spoiled silver spoon, rich kid, privileged, ruling class assholes who have never worked a day in our life. Where's my 50 grand a month? Do you see the bullshit of this? Is Rachel Maddow going to lose? Is she going to be screaming about this? Is this going to come up in the next debate? No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It was Mr. Kushner who helped broker a deal to create the Space Force. You know, this ridiculous Bond villain science fiction type thing, Space Force? Every time you see a homeless people living in tents, go, ooh, thank God we got a Space Force. A chief priority of the president's in exchange for the paid parental leave for federal employees. So that was the negotiation. You want paid parental leave for federal employees. You have to give us money to expand the American empire to outer space. Is that clear for everybody watching? You're a Trump supporter, you're a Democrat, you're a Republican. This is the two-party system. This is not right. It is completely corrupt for Hunter Biden to have gotten $50,000. That neoliberal I argued with on Crosstalk doesn't seem to be bothered by that. So then if you're bothered by Hunter Biden, then you have to be bothered by this. If you're bothered by this, you have to be bothered by Hunter Biden. I'm sorry. This partisan nonsense that my party is not as corrupt as the other one is full of shit. You see how there is the ruling class elites. This is what happens behind closed doors. A rich kid, a spoiled rich kid who married into a powerful family that's now in the White House is getting to negotiate with the spineless worm of a Democrat. It was also Mr. Kushner who intervened on measures targeting Saudi Arabia that would have prohibited arms sales, our military assistance to the Saudi-led intervention in Yemen. So who cares that 120 children die every day in Yemen? When you go to bed tonight, know that 120 children died because we're helping fund the Saudis buy our weapons to bomb the poorest country on the face of the earth. That's where your tax dollars go. So anytime anybody brings up how are we going to pay for this, say, what are you talking about? The Democrats, any blue, we just got to resist Trump. So tell me, explain to me, neoliberals watching this, explain to me how negotiating with an unelected son-in-law, Ivanka's not elected, Chelsea Clinton was not elected, the Obama daughters, they're not elected officials. They're family members. This is an impeachable offense, right? But this doesn't get brought up. I can't even, it's insane. The Saudis, you remember them. They chopped up a journalist in their garden. Women just got the right to drive, You can, if you're a woman and you can be stoned to death. Those are our big allies. But I'm sorry, Maduro's a bad guy? Oh, right, Maduro won't give us their oil. The Saudis give us their oil so they can chop people up, they can beat their women, treat them like dogs, they can bomb a poor country, and as long as he gives us the oil, we don't care. Right? Because if Iran has the audacity to build a country above American oil, then we have to sanction them and go to war with them. They should never have put their country in the middle of a bunch of American bases. That's their fault. I mean, we know this. Tell me how great the Democrats are. Tell me again. 219 Democrats voted to extend the Patriot Act, and 188 just Space Force. Anybody have any medical bills out there? Anybody have crappy health insurance? Even with health insurance, you can't afford some medical. Anybody have to file bankruptcy? I had to file bankruptcy because I was trying to save my house, but within that bankruptcy was some medical costs I couldn't afford. But thank God we got a Space Force. Thank God a spoiled little rich kid was allowed to shoehorn his crazy father-in-law's nonsense into a bill that a bunch of Democrats signed off on. Representative Barbara Lee, a Democrat from California, who voted against, noted in a statement that the final version also stripped out her House-passed amendment that would have repealed the 2002 Iraq Authorization for the use of military force. You know, that thing that George Bush signed on? Don't need to go to war. You don't need Congress to approve an act of war. Obama ran with this. This is how Obama was able to take us from 2 wars to 7. Does it? And I always tell you, follow the money, follow them. It's all the defense contractors. That's who did all of this. That's who did all of this. Join us on the road, GrahamElwood.com. 2020 tour dates are being released. We're going to Tucson. We're doing the Jimmy Dore Show in Tempe. Ron Placone and I are going to be in San Francisco. We're going to be in Orlando. We're going to be in Miami. We're about to have a Tampa date soon. We're going to be in Seattle. We're going to be in Portland. We're booking the Midwest. We're booking Milwaukee. We're booking Chicago right around the time. We're going to be in Milwaukee right around the time of for the convention, a couple days before doing shows. We're adding new tour dates all the time. Check back at GrahamElwood.com. Like, share, subscribe. Put this out in the world. Support me on Patreon.com or Rokfin.com. Both of them have /GrahamElwood. Patreon.com/GrahamElwood. Rokfin.com/GrahamElwood. The links are in the show notes. And go to GrahamElwood.com. Thank you for watching. Boom.